Yo, the season's wrapping up and by now, we've seen it all. That means it's time for a rapid recap. In this video, we're reviewing every single card in the set, breaking them down as either meta, mid, or just a straight up miss. So whether you're a new trainer looking to catch up or a seasoned vet looking to sound off in the comments, this one's for you. Let's dive in. So starting with Tropius, I mean, it's cool that he's got colorless, but this is a miss, let's be real. Leafeon, I'm gonna have to say mid. I made an off-meta deck list that's pretty fun, but it's a lot to get him to like work really well. But he's mid. A Bounce Suite, I mean, it's cool that they gave us the colorless in case we want to run something else, but it doesn't really make sense when you go to the next couple cards in the line. So for now, I'm just gonna say mid. This, I'm not gonna say is meta changing, you know, it's not meta, but it is better. It is the better option. 1 energy for 40 is pretty nice. So, but I still gotta give it mid. Because this Serena, I mean, both Serenas are kind of mid. I mean, they're not meta, you know, but they're up there. They're somewhere between the two. But this is kind of fun for like hand disruption, you know, shuffling the cards back in the deck too, making, you know, giving them another chance to draw that again, to like stack the odds of what they need back into their deck is pretty cool. Now, Appleton isn't one of the better Sweets Relay Pokemon, so I'm gonna have to say miss. I'm gonna have to say meta. This is a really solid fire ramp that we haven't seen since like Moltres EX since the very beginning. So yeah, meta. Flareon EX, meta, easy. Easy. The Combust is so good. Fire Spin, this is such a good follow-up like finisher. So good. Torkoal, meta. It's a solid Oricorio counter. I love him. Litten, this one was kind of a miss. There's better ones, honestly. Torracat, I'm gonna have to say mid, just because at least it doesn't damage itself. It does stack with having the 2 energy, you know, so it's mid. This Incineroar, mid. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, but it can't be meta because, I mean, Salandit, so basically just another Charmander. I mean, mid. I'd rather play Charmander if I'm doing this. Salazzle, I mean, miss. I mean, it's kind of cool that it retreats for free, but like, when are you using this? Miss. Vaporeon, I'm gonna have to say mid. I don't think any of the evolutions can be less than mid. But I mean, this one's pretty good considering that you can discard energy, but it's a lot for 3 energy, but it's 7. The Vaporeon's kind of hard because it's good, like its effect is good, its damage output's good, but I don't like the retreat. Mid. Now this Glaceon is somewhere between mid and meta because anything that snipes, especially for 2 water, is so nice. But it's not meta. It hasn't seen the meta, so I'm gonna say it's mid, but it's somewhere in between. Miss. Vanillish is also a miss because it's like, what are we doing? Because its final evolution is Vanillix, where it doesn't do anything with Sweets Relay. So like, I just find that the whole line is a miss, honestly. Alomomola, miss. 3 energy, I mean, yeah, you put it asleep, but it can just flip heads right away. I mean, yeah, miss. This Popular, I mean, I like the Sing one more. I'm gonna say this is a miss. This one is an improvement, I believe, so I'm gonna say this is mid. Primarina EX. This is gonna be the hardest decision of the entire set, I think. I'm gonna have to go mid. It didn't have the impact that I wanted it to have in the meta, so it's mid. Jolteon is mid. Like I said, I think all the evolutions are mid. At least the non-EX versions, and I don't think the non-EX versions were supposed to be like meta-changing cards. I just think Flareon was really needed with all the cards we have currently. So yeah, Jolteon's mid, but it's a really good mid. Joltik, I can't say that it's a miss because it's only got 40 HP because it still flips a coin to Paralyze, which will give you enough time to go into Galvantula, which is also a mid card. It can't be meta because it's only 80 HP, but dude, what a cool card. I should have made a deck list video about this. 70 damage, yes, it discards its energy, but the opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed and you can retreat for free. What a fun deck list this could be. Espeon's also mid, almost a miss, honestly, because I don't think this worked the way that we thought it was going to work. Like, Tapu Lele was really cool because it did this without all of its energy, but like per mon and could snipe. Where this, you needed the evolution and more energy across the board, but like typically they're retreating, so you're losing 40 damage. Woobat, this is filler, miss. Swoobat, filler, miss. Swirlix. I can't say that Swirlix is meta, like by itself, but I will say that Slurpuff, like the line. Yeah, Swirlix I'd say mid, Slurpuff, meta. It did get into the meta there for a while, and I think that this is just such a good card hitting for 90 with 120 HP. If there's ever gonna be Sweets Relay decks, this guy's gonna be in there. Now, Sylveon, you gotta have a really specific deck and be like in the perfect situation for this. So for that, it's mid, but it has wrecked me. So like, I wanna say meta. It kind of popped off there in the beginning, but I'm gonna say mid. Psst, we're halfway through the video. Let me know what card you thought was gonna be meta, but ended up being mid or even a miss in the comments below. Let's get back to the video. Sylveon EX though is quite the meta card. I mean, what an impact. What were cards that had just as much impact? Tools, Cyrus, Rare Candy. Yeah, this was like as much of an impact to the game as Rare Candy almost. Mimikyu, I'm gonna have to say miss. It's not as good as the other one because you have to flip a coin, you know? Miss. Milcery. I can't say this is meta, but it's mid. Alchemy, I will say is meta though, because if there's ever gonna be a Sweets Relay Pokemon that comes up in a new set, this, we're gonna see her again. Like, it's everyone's gonna run it and then they'll get bored with it after a while, so meta. Barboach, dude, miss. Miss. Dude, this actually kind of upset me. Wishcash is such a cool Pokemon, and they just totally whiffed him, man. Ugh, filler. Miss. Mindfu, I mean, I'm a coin flip lover, but like, why run this? Why wouldn't you just run Farfetch'd? Miss. But this is why you'd run it though, because this ain't bad for like a beginner deck, but it's filler. Let's be honest. Miss. Carbink, I'm gonna say is mid. I really like this effect, but I don't think it's, you know, it's like at the bottom of mid, because only 30 damage. I mean, Umbreon is mid. It's lower. It's closer to miss than mid, I think. Sableye is another one of those filler cards, but like is kind of designed to be like a beginner friendly deck, especially at 1 diamond rarity. So I want to say mid because 70 HP dealing 30 ain't bad. The interesting thing here is the text. Discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. Will we get a stadium that allows us to attach multiple tools? Will this card come back? I'm not quite sure. Why not just say discard the Pokemon tool? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say mid, but then we go to this, and this just feels like filler. Miss. So, you know, Mawile, if it wasn't 2 energy to hit for 30, I think this would be a really good mid, kind of like setting up Pokemon, but the 2 energy holds it back. Miss. Now, yo, this guy is sneaky good. I made an off-meta deck list about him, and we had the event around him. I'm gonna say mid, almost to meta. He's sneaky good. Melton is a miss. Melmetal is a miss. The old one was better, and even the old one wasn't like the greatest. So now Dratini having the colorless energy is pretty sweet. Mid. Dragonair, Waterfall needing the specific energy. I mean, this is okay. I think I prefer the event one where you heal for 30 anyways, because like I feel like I'm gonna be kind of in a pinch when I'm at a stage 1 and a stage 2 line. So I'm gonna say that this is mid. It's not a miss. It's better than the other one, but like, you know, mid. I think everyone would say that it's mid, but like it deals 180 damage, and when you build a deck around it, it just one-shots. You just boom, boom. You just take out 2 mons, which half the time is all you need with everybody running EXs and stuff. So like, I'm gonna say meta. If you build a deck around it, meta. Now Drampa, I mean, dude, the only thing holding this thing back from being in the meta is the fact that if Tails, this attack does nothing. For 2 colorless energy, attacking for 70 with 100 HP, if the coin flip was to see if your opponent's Pokemon was paralyzed, this would absolutely be in the meta. Everyone would be having this as an Oricorio counter. Love this card, but that's the... we are so close. Mid. Eevee, meta. Easy. This is the best Eevee, I think, in the game. Aside from continuous steps, which, you know, can be a meme every once in a while, but this one's just so good. Draw power is so good. So now Eevee EX just in and of itself is kind of a mid card, right? 90 HP, 30 damage for 1. But like, because you're able to have 4 Eevees in a deck and run something crazy like the dual Leafeon, Flareon, Sylveon decks, this is definitely meta, you know, just because you can do some crazy stuff and it really opens up the possibilities. So, you know, this kind of feels like Dragonite, where you need to build the entire deck around this card specifically, but when you're up with this guy, when he's online, he's so tough to stop. I love this card, but I have to admit, the 4 energy makes the 4 energy and the 4 retreat makes him mid. I'm gonna say mid. I know it's a coin flipper and you can end up doing no damage, but like, I love coin flipping, so like, it's fun. And Ambipom, I think at first glance just feels like a miss or like a beginner friendly card, but like his ability, you don't need to be in the active spot and he thins your deck technically, you know? So, I mean, he's easily mid. Obviously he's not meta, but he's like definition mid, I think. Shout out, dude. He's upset me quite a few times. So miss. Miss. I mean, what are we doing? Miss, miss, miss. Mid. I mean, 3 energy is a lot for only 100. So somewhere between mid and miss, but at least he hits for 100. I don't know. We're going to be seeing Sylveon for a long time, and the fact that it's a choose one, please give us more choose ones in the future. So versatile, especially when we're only running 20 cards in a deck. Meta, absolutely. I'm gonna have to say mid, because it really only benefits a couple Pokemon, and doesn't really do that much. I do like that you get the effect of it right away, like at the end of your turn, you do heal 10 at least, so that's nice, but it's not the best tool out there, and we didn't see it ran a whole bunch, so it's mid. I think this will be like the definition of a mid tool. We really thought that this was gonna be a meta card, but it's mid. It doesn't really help Primarina, to be honest, and it doesn't help Decidueye either. It really only helps Incineroar in those early stages trying to get to that 3rd energy. And even then, you're really only running 1 of them in a deck completely dedicated to Incineroar as well, so yeah, mid. Penny? Oh. I want to say miss, but this is mid. It's such a, this might be like the definition of a mid supporter. I've seen some crazy plays with this. It's kind of really fun. It's so beginner friendly too. Like if you're trying to catch up, like it's, I don't know. It's chaos. I love it. And those were all 69 cards. Nice. Yeah, thank you so much for watching the entire video. Go ahead and give us a like since you did so. This will help YouTube push our video forward to new trainers and help them out as well. May your packs shine, may your battles be won, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.